Hi Pisces, and welcome to your May 2019 love and relationship reading. I've already done your general reading for the month of May if you want to check it out. And from next month, Pisces, I'm going to do my love and relationship readings on Vimeo because I'm having to restructure my whole life basically and my business. But I'll still be doing the weeklies and I'll still be doing the monthlies, so that won't change. It'll just be the relationship readings because it's what I do mostly. I tend to do an awful lot of relationship readings, so I'm going to move them from next month. So just give me a minute, guys, to focus. Please give me the central message for the sign of Pisces, because if I remember right, you've got some really powerful relationship cards in your general reading, and I couldn't quite work out what was going on. The World card showed up, really powerful major. The Seven of Wands, okay? Mentally, you're the Two of Swords, they're the Ace of Wands. That's very different energy here. You're the Page of Swords, communication, but they're the Four of Pentacles, okay? Oh, there's a little bit of a game, a little bit of a dance going on here between opening up, closing off, that sort of dynamic. Three of Swords, okay? Okay, two of threes. I looked at some cards, but what I'm going to do is shuffle again and pick the central issue. Okay, you've got the Knight of Cups, Two of Wands. One more card for Pisces, please. One more card for Pisces. Okay, Page of Wands. What an interesting set of dynamics here. The central card is the Seven of Wands, okay? Seven of Wands is a card about boundaries. A lot of people don't like the Seven of Wands. I love it, okay? Because it talks to me about the doors are open here, Pisces, but it's only, there's still quite a guarded energy around it, but there's beginning to be a flow, okay? Which means the Four of Pentacles, which is what the person you're dealing with, is a classic picture of someone really keeping their heart closed, keeping their feelings very close to their chest, yeah? But the Seven of Wands represents to me that the doors begin to open, which means things are going to start to flow and get better. Now, how you're approaching is the Two of Swords, so you're not taking action, but emotionally you're the Page of Swords, so you're beginning to communicate with someone, okay? But your view of things is the Three of Swords. There's something in your relationship dynamic here, Pisces, which is a little bit it's almost like you might be dealing with someone who there's been something before, because the Ace of Wands is the other person's mindset towards you. So the Ace of Wands is about the forces of attraction, wanting to move forward, but the person emotionally is not letting their guard down. Four of Pentacles emotionally, which I guess, even though you're the Page of Swords and you're trying to make steps forward, it's very, very small tentative steps really, because there seems to be, there's an energy dynamic between you that's quite challenging. So what's going on? What is the energy here? Why is this happening to Pisces, please? The Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment. It's a card about emotionally getting what you want. It's about happiness. It's about the heart chakra. There's something there's something in this relationship dynamic and the past has not been cleared yet because of the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords tends to represent past sorrow that's still held in the heart, okay? Or this is a classic example of a three-way situation. It's going to be different for everyone, because how they're viewing the relationship with you is the Three of Cups. You're the Three of Swords, so there's a lot of three-way energy here. And I think particularly for you, Pisces, so you're emotionally the Page of Swords, so that's about making small steps to make contact with someone, okay? Might be texting, might be emailing, but what you're meeting is the Four of Discs. So someone is maybe not letting their guard down. They're being very protective. That's their energy. Even now, they are the Ace of Wands towards you, so tends to be very attractive, wanting to move forward, but just not letting their guard down. And I think that's what's putting you in the Three of Swords. So if someone doesn't let us in, then we're automatically, our heart is not going to feel ecstatic, is it, Pisces? And I think that's what's going on here. So why are they viewing it as the Three of Cups? Why are they viewing this relationship as the Three of Cups? Okay, bizarre. This is bizarre. So they're the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So very drawn towards you, by the way, but not letting the guard down, and I'm not sure why. But because they're not letting their guard down and revealing the nature of their heart, you're automatically in the Three of Swords. I'm going to ask for an advice card for you, by the way. Give me an advice card for Pisces and how to deal with this energy. The Sun card. The Sun card is about joy, it's about new life, it's about new growth and new expansion. This relationship gets even more challenging. Not challenging, but interesting. This is how it's going to evolve. Knight of Cups. So again, this is about the flow of emotions and expression between two people. Then you get the Two of Wands and the Page of Wands. For any of yous who happen to be dealing with a three-way situation, the Page of Wands is about making a choice and about two people stepping forward together, okay? But to tell you the truth, Pisces, there's going to be a lot of challenges and energy that you're going to meet on the way this month. And I don't know quite what's going on, and I sort of felt that in your general reading, because the World card is a trump card, but it's also ruled by Saturn, so it's about overcoming challenges and difficulties. And this is basically, yeah, there you go. Page of Wands is leading to the Ten of Cups, which is a very happy conclusion to a story. But boy, Pisces, the dynamic between the two of you, there's either this is already an established relationship that you've met before, you partied, it's already someone in your life, but the dynamics between you this month is not very easy, I have to say it. Or this is a new relationship, someone that you've met. The energy and the warmth between the two of you is very, very powerful. But so is the energy of resistance, the Four of Pentacles, someone not letting their feelings out. And that is what's going to put you in the Three of Swords, by the way. It's like, you know, when you're trying to knock on a door and that person doesn't open the door? That would put me in the Three of Swords, Pisces, I guarantee you. It tends to reactivate very sort of old wounds of rejection. But the irony is, Pisces, you're not being rejected, but there's very bizarre dynamics between the two of you. But it's going towards the Page of Wands, who's walking towards the Ten of Cups, which is about a really happy outcome. And really the Page of Wands can be about someone who's got quite a lot of opportunities, yeah? But it tends to represent a choice being made. And the choice is leading to this emotional happiness. But Pisces, you have got a story before you get there. Yeah? So we can look at things in many shapes or forms. If this was my reading, and actually in a strange way it is, Moon and Venus in Pisces, the person who's withholding their feelings is basically reactivating an old trauma, and that old trauma tends to be a very old sacred wound that's been relived and being reactivated. But when we see life like that, that's when we really, really, really start to shift. And that's when the whole reality of the relationship shifts. That other people are not responsible for our pain. The pain already exists within us, and it's really up to us to go within in order to take those bloody swords out. I'm sorry for swearing, but this is the sort of work that I also do when we begin to try and shift karmic patterns between two people. When we see people not as responsible for our pain, but we become spiritual adults, yeah, and we learn to resolve our own issues. And when we resolve those issues, the people do not have to show up for us as the Four of Pentacles, because we've already resolved our issues, so we don't have to keep reliving them. And that, and only then, do we get to move to cards at the Ten of Cups. And it sounds like a cliche that we get, but it's not a cliche, that we get healthy relationships when we learn to withdraw the swords from our own heart. Because the people either move out our lives or they change in the way that they show up for us. And that's that esoteric rule that the relationships that we attract are basically our mirrors. And by changing the mirror and cleaning the mirror, we change our relationship dynamic. Because this is a bizarre reading, but look what it's leading to. Which means it's a really profound month for you. It is for everyone, by the way, because Saturn is conjuncting the south node of the moon. The south node of the moon is everyone's past, and it's all been brought up to us, every single one of us, by the way. So when we see it that way, and we begin to approach our relationships as whatever they're showing us is actually a mirror into what needs to be cleared within us, that is when we are really becoming the true masters, which is what Pisces is here to do. Okay? Absolutely bizarre reading, but fundamentally I love this reading because it's talking about the opportunity to clear and to get something completely different in your relationship life. And because of that, I can easily claim this reading as a reading that I just say absolutely yes to. It's time. We got the Sun and the Ten of Cups. And the only way to do it is to remove those swords, Pisces, by the way, and never hold other people responsible for our feelings. We either move away from a relationship or we remove the swords and we begin to communicate and we begin to stand in the truth. And that is when reality shifts for us, because the world is not fixed. It's malleable, it can be changed, it can be transformed when we become the transformers and not the victims. Very powerful, powerful reading here. I'm not sure what's going on, but I really, really like it. Okay. I'll be back for the weeklies next week, Pisces, and we'll try and work out what is going on in this dynamic. Okay. Loads of love. Bye.